Well, nobody's.
Hey guys! You know what? We forgot our flag, so we're just gonna do it in here, okay? While people are hopping on, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I totally just tripped over your foot.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. He's being a squirrel here today. All right. So, I bet you all thought that we were never coming on today because we had some technical difficulties. The cake that I thought was going to come out of the pan really super duper great, it tore a little bit, but we patched it up. So anyhow, that'll be the cake we'll be decorating in just a second. But first, we're going to talk you through my frosting. It's technically not mine. It's Wilton's. But Wilton does a great job. So if it's not broke, why fix it? Yeah. So anyhow, I already put the Crisco in there. What? Crisco in frosting? Yes, I know, you wouldn't think. But anyway, we've also got almond extract and...
I don't even know what Crisco is.
Crisco,
It sounds like a name for a kid.
It sounds like a kid's name. I just totally mucked up my ragtime. Okay, so, and also some vanilla. Now, if you want to use clear vanilla, it'll be super, super white, but as you'll see, I don't think you'll notice the difference. So, got the Crisco in there already. I'm going to call on my cameraman to hold this right here if I can.
What? Give me 2 seconds.
2 seconds? All right. So, it also calls for a little bit of water. I'm not going to add all of it at once because if you add too much water too quickly, it gets too runny. And then if you don't have enough powdered sugar,
you're dead.
Yeah, you got, okay, so it takes a little bit of salt, like a half a teaspoon of salt. It takes, what does it call for? 3/4 of a teaspoon in this recipe. Then it calls for, I did that already, sweetie, if you were paying attention, calls for 3/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. It calls for a half of a teaspoon of butter flavor. And you're going to have to trust me. That was definitely a half a teaspoon.
Mm-hmm.
I've done this a few times. And a teaspoon of vanilla.
Vanilla extract.
Okay. So once you get all those things in there, whoa.
Whoa.
That was open. I know. It calls for, this is the good stuff, right? 12.
See? We were about to die there.
It's not just flour that poofs in my house. It's also everything that's powdery that goes into the mixer. So 12 cups of powdered sugar, which sounds like a lot, probably because it is, but that's what makes frosting so yummy, right? Okay, back up the phone just a little bit. So
okay, can I get a raise?
Can you get a raise?
Yeah. I'm only getting paid.
Free? You're free right now. How about I times your raise, or times your current salary by 3. How about that?
You know that still equals 0.
It still equals 0? Oh, man. All right. So, that's not quite 12, but I'm going to start it mixing.
Look at that flour going everywhere.
It's powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
You were... Okay.
We don't want to.
Okay, so take a gander in there. So I'm gonna start adding a little bit of water, just a little bit at a time, and then I'm gonna add my. It's not such a secret ingredient, but it's kind of the key thing.
Yes,
that holds it all
water
together.
is very, very, very important in your life.
Okay.
Oh, we're mixing
this stuff, the meringue powder, is what gives it its
taste.
Strength. It gives the frosting just a little bit of a crust. When it gives the frosting just a little bit of a crust when you let it dry just a little bit. Oh, gotta turn that down because we got the poof going again.
From that meringue. See, I was listening.
You were. All right. So we added a couple of tablespoons of meringue powder in there, which is kind of an egg white substitute or dried egg white substitute. And I do use a rubber scraper to scrape the sides of the bowl when I'm doing this.
Wait, was it called a meringue?
Meringue powder. Meringue powder.
So I technically got it right.
I have found it at Walmart before. You can't find it everywhere, but Hobby Lobby definitely has it. Joann Fabrics definitely has it. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it makes a huge difference, especially on a hot day. Because of all the Crisco in there, if you get somewhere kind of hot, your frosting starts to melt.
Again, somebody's name.
It sounds like somebody's name. All right. So,
is that butter? Wait, no, that's not butter. That's
I gotta add just a little bit more
powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
Yeah.
All right, and then here's the part where you kind of have to be patient with it, because if you put it in your icing bag,
but it says don't insult the powdered sugar cubes. I have an itch.
You have an itch.
Yeah.
Here's where you got to be a little patient with it, because if you leave any little clumps in there, any powdered sugar clumps, it won't go through your icing bag. So, here, I'm gonna.
Oh.
Do you see how little peaks are forming?
Yeah, hit it. Hit the. Wait, what's it?
Do you see how little peaks are forming?
Yes.
That's when it's perfect. Not too hard, not too soft.
Just
okay.
like Pike's Peak?
All right.
Is it called Pike's Peak?
Pike's Peak?
Close enough.
Oh, Cruz. Pike's Peak. Do you remember when we went there?
No.
No?
Is that in like South Dakota?
Pike's Peak is in
Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah. All right. Come over here.
See? I do know things.
There are all kinds of frosting accessories. Oh, we got some moving coming along here. All right. Right.
One of the best colors
here.
in the world.
Nope. Focus. All right.
Frosting's more important.
Disposable icing bag.
Oh.
And I've cut off the tip. And it comes with a 2-piece attachment. This little piece with the threads drops right in there like that. And you kind of work it in so that it makes a tight seal. And then I fold over the edge of the bag so I don't get my hands totally dirty. And then, what? I'm not going to make anything look easy today. I promise. This isn't that hard. You just got to get it into the bag. Into the bag.
And the sewing one looked a lot harder.
The sewing one looked a lot harder. The sewing tutorial. All right. Now, you got lots of options when it comes to tips and right now we're going to use a star tip because that's what I like to use for the edging.
Yes, she does.
And
if you have ate her cake, she has.
Okay, so this here
is a ring, a wedding ring.
The coupler that goes over the top, not a wedding ring. That just fits over the top and it holds that attachment on.
Yes.
All right.
The finger. Wait.
So.
This finger.
Now, Cruz is showing you the ugly side of the cake. What I did was I colored the frosting.
Ugly.
I colored the frosting.
Beautiful.
So okay, enough. I colored the frosting so you could see my decorations easier. And then I ran out of frosting. So I didn't have enough. So I'm going to turn it like this. Matching your frosting, like once you get it going, is real hard because there's no real good way to accurately measure the amount of food coloring you stick into it. So I'm like, well, it's done. All right, so I'm going to try and show you this on the other side. You make a shell. To make a shell, you squeeze and you pull back.
Squeeze, pull back. Squeeze, pull back. Squeeze, pull. I don't know. So satisfying. This should be on one of those, like, America's Most Satisfying videos.
And then you wrap it around, and sometimes it's easier to just,
Is that even even a thing, America's Most Satisfying Videos?
It is America's Most Satisfying Videos. All right, on the top, sometimes people do this. They make little stars along the top. But sometimes they just go ahead and, also do the shells.
Why are you doing, like, winter colors?
It was totally an accident. I just picked. I am not wishing snow on anyone right now.
I hate snow.
I said a 4-letter word. All right, so you get the general idea there. Now, if
I'm a 4-letter word.
Cruise. Okay, so I'm going to switch this out, and I'm not going to color the frosting right now in the interest of time because...
Beth even says I should decorate the cake.
Okay, this is a leaf attachment. Do you see how it's flat with a little notch in the middle? Can you see that?
Yes. Looks like the Chevy symbol.
A lot of... Squeeze that frosting, and like I said, we're not going to color. I'll talk about colorings here in a little bit. But if you wanted to make a leaf... Now,
made a leaf.
I obviously didn't blend it enough because I can see I've got just a little piece. So if I was to dig in there with a little toothpick...
Beth is just full of words right now.
Is she?
Cruz, you are a
There.
4-letter word. Like,
So you can make...
Like, I totally didn't know that.
You can make little leaves. And my frosting right now is either a little too thick or a little bit too... I don't know. Maybe I didn't stir it enough.
Great, now it's fall.
No. Leaves do not mean fall. I'm just showing them how you can
Those
make leaves.
usually...
Now,
Leaves usually mean fall. Because they're on the ground.
it can mean spring because leaves come out in the spring. If they were green, it would help, right? All right. Also, if you take these little stars and you make them pink, guess what? These little stars right here, and make them pink.
They can be a rose.
They can be a flower. And then if you put a leaf on the side, green leaf and a pink flower. See, I know. Also, let's talk for a second about colorings. These are well used. Some of them, the ones in the pots and the fat containers are a little bit more potent. The color is, you don't need as much color. These in the squeeze bottles are sure handy. They're handier, but pick up that one. Hold it in front. Right here. There you go. They're handier because they squeeze out super easy, but they're not quite as potent. Now, all y'all have seen like the McCormick style of really liquidy food coloring drops. Those are good and all, but you have to watch because you need a lot to dye the frosting, and then also if you use too much, it thins out your frosting. So
That's not good.
if you do that, you might have to go ahead and add some more powdered sugar. Okay, it's time for our Edelweiss song. Cruz, are you going to come help?
No.
Oh, yes, you are.
My foot's asleep.
Oh, he says his foot's asleep. I don't play very well while I'm holding the phone. Hold the phone! That's a thing, isn't it?
No.
No, not anymore. That's so 2010.
That's so last second ago.
That's so classic. All right, Edelweiss. There are the words right there.
My foot's
All right.
still...
Your foot's still sleeping? He was sitting on his foot while he was watching me. That's a sign that I've been taking too long. All right. Here we go. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to plant some seeds. We're going to find some dirt and we're going to plant some seeds.
Wait.
Because it's that time of the year.
Then you'll have flowers that may look like this.
No, those are Edelweiss flowers. They grow in the mountains. So we're going to
Who says we
do a
don't
little
live
seed
on the
planting.
mountains?
And for your challenge today, I want you to, it's going to be a nice day. I want you to go to your car.
And go on a run.
No, go to your car and either vacuum it out or dust it.
That's your job.
That's I'm going to get him on that. All right. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.